What's up, guys? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we have Stranger Things. First Stranger Things character to be drawn on this, Vecna from season 4. Very cool villain, I must say. Liked it. Best part of the whole this season was this guy. I wish they showed more. Oh, my page is moving. But yeah, really cool. So, very wrinkly, lots of textures. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. I'm going to start with his eyes, right? So center point to my page is about here. We're just going to come up over to the right hand side a little bit. And we start with a wrinkly sort of eyebrow kind of line here. Right, and I'll add sort of a little bit of texture, but we can do more in a while. Right, kind of like that. You do the same thing on the other side. Right, he's incredibly wrinkly now, so there's all like holes and stuff in his skin and everything. So this kind of texture is what we're kind of dealing with here. We could do something like that on this side. So it's kind of like all these holes and, you know, veins and things. Right, so kind of like his eyebrows are on fire. Okay, so then in under there, we've got like these, his eyes are like contained in eye sockets, right? So we've got like this sort of stuff going around, right? His nose, and then it goes up, and then around like this, right? So his eye is like in this box. Okay, so then the same on the other side, goes around up to here. Right, so okay, it's kind of like glasses or something. And then the eyes inside here. So we go top eyelid, right? Kind of normal human eyes, right? And around the bottom. And then back up into the corner. And you do the same thing over here. Top, around the bottom. And sort of back up into the top of the eye there. Okay, roughly human eye shape. And then iris, so he's kind of like looking up at us. So like a half circle just there, and his pupil just like so, and then same sort of thing again. So like all these sort of frowning sort of eyes. He's kind of like a Voldemort sort of character. And then around this, so lots of like texture and stuff around this eye. So lots of these bags and wrinkles and things around here. Make them look as creepy as you can, right? As old and creepy as we can make them anyway. Lots of these wrinkles on his eyes. And Right, kind of like that. Right, so there's his nose. So here, this sort of dark abyss of a nose. So like a triangle pointing up that way, and then it'll go into here. And then there's like skin flaps and stuff inside, right? So, ew, first of all, but like this. And then like another one here. And then like another one going down this way. And we'll shade this in. I wouldn't like to see him if he had the flu. That would be a very mucousy nose. Right, and then there's like some texture coming around this. Coming around the base of the nose, down to there, and then around here, right? So you got like these wrinkles that go around the bridge of his nose. And then they go into his eye, then across here. Right, so just lots of this kind of texture stuff. Like that. And this all goes across his cheek and everything. There's loads of that. But we'll just get his mouth and stuff in first. So he's a real sort of slender mouth here. Goes down to the middle, back up, and then down, like so. And then his bottom lip just here. So again, sort of lots of wrinkles on this and stuff. So he's a real kind of deadpan kind of face, right? He's not making really any expression. It's not angry, it's not sad, it's just like whatever. Okay. And then his chin, real square chin down here. Again, kind of bumpy and wrinkly and stuff, but we'll just do something like this. And then the jaw goes up this side, jaw goes up this side. And then side of his face goes up here. Side of his face goes up here. His cheekbones will come in. Now these are like going to be real wrinkly as well, so it all goes in towards his mouth and down his jaw and stuff. And then this is kind of all bumpy up the side of his head. And his ear is kind of just this squished thing just here, like just in tubes join his neck and everything. There's all wrinkles and stuff on that. Basically the same on this side, bumpy kind of thing. Like bump on the back of his head here, like lots of wrinkles on his ears, cauliflower ears. Right, so before I do like the top of his head, well, I will. I was gonna not, but I will. We'll just do it here. It's kind of, and it's got all veins and things, so it's bumpy. You know, it's not so smooth. It's kind of smoother when it gets up to the top here. Kind of just goes around. All right, kind of like that. And these are all veins and things. All right, all going into his eyes and So lots of this texture and stuff now on his skin. And maybe coming across that as well, just to show sort of all these wrinkles that are on his forehead. Right, and now we're just going to texture up this whole face, right? So he's got all these lines that come into his top lip and then down around his mouth. So he's like shriveled up kind of thing. So no easy way, let's just kind of go for it, right? So loads of this now. Like his top lip as well, his bottom lip as well has lots of this stuff on it. Stuff coming around here. So he's so textured, there's texture on his texture. When you're doing a line drawing like this, you kind of do have to draw in all the little bumps and bruises and wrinkles, and as much as you can anyway. We'll just darken up his bottom lip area and his mouth sort of area there so it sticks out a little bit. Okay, but that's not too bad now. There's like more up here. Right, so now I think I need a different marker. So let's have a go at this neck of his. Okay. Tubes go down from the side of his neck and his head. There. And they all move, and and stuff. So that, you know, you just got to get them in the general position. And then more sort of wrinkles and texture all in here. Right, like so. And then some more coming down from here. Some of them come to these little spikes, and others kind of disappear into his body. Like some of them sort of go down into his like skin here, you know, there's like some skin lines. Like say this would be like the top of his chest, and it'll have sort of these areas where the tubes kind of disappear into. If that makes sense. Like the center line for his chest is somewhere there. Okay, and then we'll just add more tubes. Right, like that. And again, we have to add like lots of texture to these as well. So kind of disappear somewhere sometimes into his body as well. Right, kind of like that. And then this comes around. There, so these are the tubes. Should be more here. What am I looking at? There's one there, and then like another one. There. Right, like that. And then there seems to be more going into this arm, because I think this is his like powerful arm or something, you know, that one. So see, that's that one. And then there's another one. So going down here. There. One, two, third one wraps around the arm, so this one kind of goes this way, and then we can see kind of the side of his chest here with another sort of tentacle coming down the arm. There. So then this kind of disappears. So, right, so that's like his collarbone, chest, there. Starting to make a bit more sense now. So then there's another tube going that way. There. That side, and then his shoulder, this side doesn't really have, this is like just a shoulder kind of, he has one or two tubes, like a wrinkly sort of one coming down the arm here, but there's not much, like compared to this side. You know, if you watch the show, you probably know why. Right, so now we have to add, you guessed it, texture to all this, right? So all these sort of wrinkles and stuff coming across his chest. So you want to like follow the shape of the object that you're doing, you know? So like if they're tubes, you go around them, you know, his chest muscles, you go around. It's like you're trying to make a vector, really, is the fancy word for it. So say, for example, say this tube. So I like curve my texture lines around it. See, like that. So you want to you're just giving it sort of volume and shape by using these curved lines, you know. It's kind of like, and you're kind of like tricking people into thinking it's a curvy object, you know. It's like a magic trick. And as much of this as you want, you know. Do 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 do. And then sort of, I'll just like smoothen up and darken up some of these tube edge lines. Darken up his chin. Just makes certain things stand out more than the texture lines. Especially on wrinkly characters like this, you know. It is useful to have some thicker lines in there. And definitely your edge lines, thicken them up. How good is that Kate Bush song, by the way? I always love that song, but it's great seeing it. That's what Stranger Things is all about. 80s music and supernatural creatures. It's great. Okay, and then just we're going to add some tentacles just behind him. And they can be these bumpy lines. And we'll thicken up the edge lines of these as well. Right, and because he's in the upside down, you know, there's like dots and debris and stuff kind of like all floating in the air behind him. Just shadow up his eyes a little bit. Right, and as always with me, if you've watched this channel, you know I find it very hard to know when to stop when doing drawings like this that have lots of like texture and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to stop because I have to go get my lunch. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.